Calling this the official New York marker since I didn't see any state lines. So about lunchtime, and we're gonna climb over a little ladder here into the next field, and we should be at the Appalachian Railroad station probably about a half hour. Getting some fall leaves on the ground. Looking forward to the leaves changing. And I love that we're going south, so I get to kind of stretch it out and make it last. This is definitely the biggest tree we've seen on the hike. I think it's supposed to be several hundred years old. It's very cool. Alright, we're gonna cross the road and head up the next hill, because there's always another one. So we're walking around Nuclear Lake. Terrible name. Not gonna find out how they got it. Definitely not going swimming. Although it is so hot today and I really wish I could go for a dip. But we've got to keep moving to get the 20 in. Good morning. So, did 20.7 yesterday. It's my second 20-mile day and I feel pretty stoked about it. I feel pretty good this morning. I am laying around for about an hour. Just because I don't have to get started as early because I'm only doing like 15 or 16 today. And it looks not so bad on the maps, but who knows. I'm going to some state park that has some camping. There's really not, like the shelters are not as frequent here in New York, or the tenting areas. And Gut Hooks is giving weird mileage, so I don't really know what's going on with the app. So I am just going to head to the state park. I heard they had free camping for thru-hikers and an outdoor shower. Everything else is closed up since it's now officially after Labor Day, which I think we'll be running into the rest of the trail. I don't have much else planned. The only other thing like in New York that's big that I'm shooting for is I want to go to the drive-in movie theater and camp there. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to sit in their tent and watch a free drive-in movie? That sounds good to me. Yep. It was rocking and rolling yesterday. There really wasn't any... We're getting to the part of the trail where it's not real exciting. Nothing feels new anymore. And it's definitely like the green channel. There's no views. Also means the climbs are a lot easier. But it's the deli tour of New York, but I can't eat deli sandwiches or pizza, so I'm gonna stop at some of them, but mainly for drinks and snacks. So not a real exciting section for me. All right, and we'll check in from the trail. So here's our view this morning on the trail. Just a quick little view, and then we're back into the woods here. Little directional sign. It's funny, each club has like their signage style. So Maine was like really well signed and really clear about like how far to the next mountain, how far to the next shelter. New Hampshire and the AMC was similar. And then you got to Dartmouth and it looked like somebody did a school project to make their signs, like a little kid's art class. They were all like cutesy. Connecticut's were really preppy. And New York's like, screw it, you don't need signs. So we've been very limited signage here. They label roads, which I think is funny because it's like the thing I care about least. Alright, gonna get to walking. So it's not as big as the Dover oak, which is the oldest tree on the AT, but it's a big one. It's nice to see some old growth as opposed to all these spindly little trees we normally get. Very cool. So last night, the water source at the shelter was pretty much dry. I couldn't really get any water out. And every source has been dry this morning until now, so this is it. This is what I have to work with. So we're just gonna make it work. Gross. Hello. It is so hot. It's gotta be every bit of 85, if not more. Humid, yet everything is dry, every water source. So it's just been kind of a pain trying to plan water for the day. And I'm about, it's like 3 o'clock, and I'm about 3 miles from the lake where the state park is, where I had planned to stay. But it's the day after Labor Day, and I saw that they closed everything after Labor Day. So I'm unsure if everything's open, and it is like a half-mile off trail, I think. So I'm hoping there'll be some signage or something. I would love a quick dip, although I'm not above sneaking in for that. And other than that, it's just kind of been more of the same. I get, you know, why people say they get bored with the trail. It does get monotonous in some sections, and knowing the best parts are behind us, it's kind of meh. But I guess I have the Shennies, Road Mountain, the Smokies to look forward to. In the meantime, lots of ups and downs. Actually had a huge flat section earlier today, and then we just had a big climb after lunch. So, yeah, that's it. So that's the lake. It looks very algae-ish and not so awesome. And so now I suddenly don't want to swim, at least not in this area. What a bummer. Best laid plans. So I think I'll just continue on to camp and be there early, get up early, and do a 20-mile tomorrow. Guess who just took a dip? Me! Yeah, I got to the center of the lake. It was much cleaner, and you do this little road walk, and I saw some people out here swimming, and I was like, took a peek, and I was like, looks so much better than the other end. And there's like a ton of people down here swimming, so obviously everyone thought what I thought, which is, that looks gross, I'm not going in there, and found a more attractive spot for a dip. So it's about almost 6, so I need to hustle to camp. I'm a little worried there won't be water, and if not, then I've got like 3 more miles, which sucks. But I feel refreshed, so that's good. You only live once, right? So on my way to camp, there's like this rock wall on either side, so the trail's totally built up. I've never seen anything like it. I'm very curious as to why this is. Was it a wall that was here? And they just made the trail over it, but it's super interesting. You can kind of see the... It's so crazy. And then it kind of just angles off. This is the trail this morning. It's been a lot of ups and downs, of course. Always feels like more ups than downs. But last night I found a nice place to camp. Nothing really exciting happened, but let me give you an update on what's going to happen today. Alright, so for today, we are starting the New York Deli Tour. And for those of you who do not know, that means here in New York, the trail goes through or very close to many, many delis. So most hikers just eat at all the delis and don't really carry much food. However, being gluten-free, not an option. I have no lunch option today, so I will be stopping at that first deli. Hopefully they'll have salads, and if not, I have a couple slices of gluten-free bread. So I can order a sandwich, no bread, and everything will be fine. I will be crossing the Hudson River today, and I think I'm going to go in, right now the plan is to go into Fort Montgomery, which will be a 17-mile day, stay the night because I haven't done laundry in a week, and get a shower and plan out the next few days. New York, the tenting sites are either really far off trail and not really actually like shelter sites, they're just like state parks and things like that, that just happen to have tenting, or they're really far apart, or they're closed. So like the one I was going to stay at tomorrow night, I looked in Gut Hooks and it's permanently closed due to aggressive bear activity for the entire year. And there are some things where I'm like, skirt around that. Aggressive bears are not one of them. So I don't want to be the reason a bear needs to be put down, so I'm not be camping there. So just trying to figure out exactly what the plan looks like. It looks like there'll be a lot of 15-mile days, which isn't ideal. I'd like to do a few more miles than that, but my knee has been starting to hurt again, and I don't want to push it doing 20s every day. So I did 17 yesterday. It felt pretty good, but my knee really hurt this morning when I woke up. But I took some Advil and Tylenol, and I'm walking, so it's not that bad. All right, I'll check in later. If you have any questions, comments, subscribe. I'd be happy to answer any questions in my videos. And I love seeing comments. They kind of make my day when I get service and I can get in, or I get into town and see what people have said. So leave me some comments. I appreciate it. So the trail has been a lot of this today, and it is really slowing me down. It is 12:30. I'm out of food, and I'm still 3 miles from the deli, which is where I was going to lunch and get some more resupply. So, not awesome. All right, onward and upward. So came up the hill from the deli and greatly enjoyed my lunch, by the way. I was starving. But just a little change of scenery up here, a little bit different. I'm going into Fort Montgomery, getting picked up, and going to, I think, the Bear Mountain Bridge Motel. I might need to take a zero. It's just a thunderstorm all day tomorrow, and both my ankle and my knee are really hurting today. So I'm ahead of schedule and can afford it. So I was thinking about Neroing out, but it might just be a zero after all. Game time decision. All right, over the Hudson River we go. During rush hour, no less, but thanks to COVID, it's not bad. Another milestone. Hello. So you may notice I'm not on trail. I am in Fort Montgomery, New York at the Bear Bridge Motel, which is like this really cute, like old timey motel, just a couple rooms. As soon as you pass the Bear Mountain Bridge over the Hudson, they come and pick you up. Super hiker friendly. Grandpa did my laundry for me with Tide. It smelled so good when I came back. I love the smell of Tide. These are the things that hikers get really excited about. So I have been cruising right along, been doing some good miles, but my knee has really started hurting again. Just walking around the hotel room, like, it started to give out a little. So for those of you, if this is your first video, this is my knee brace. It's enormous, and it's really heavy. And my knee, I have a partial tear in my ACL, along with some other issues, and so that happened here on trail, and I'm just trying to get as far as I can. So my plan was to be in Delaware Water Gap 8 days from now for a 00 with my husband's gonna come visit. And I have not had a 0. I've taken 2 Neros, one mile, one 3 mile day, like, so really short. So pretty close to a 0. But I haven't had a full 0 since Lincoln, New Hampshire. So all of rest of New Hampshire, all of Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and part of New York. So it's been a while. And I just couldn't do it anymore. My legs have been super sore, and my feet just feel pulverized. This last little section was really rocky, and my guess is I'm going to be getting I'll intermittently get that until we get to southern New Jersey and Roxylvania. So I needed a day off. I have some website maintenance to do. It's raining, so it just worked out perfectly. I'm going to edit some videos since I'm 6 weeks behind. And the best part about my day off is when I got here last night, SWAT is here. And I thought he was so far ahead of me, but he's been hurting. So we had a little Mexican buffet last night. And then this morning he brought me a big giant coffee, as big as my head, from the deli. And I'm planning my barbecue dinner. It's 8:30 right now in the morning, and I'm already planning what I'm eating for dinner. So I have to resupply today. So I'll take some kind of 0-day videos so you can kind of see what it is we do on 0 days. Although my laundry's already done, and I already cleaned up like my pot and my water bottles and backflushed my Sawyer and all that stuff. So I'm just airing stuff out, and that's about it. It's hopefully going to be very relaxing. Hopefully. Alright, time to repackage my food and get caught up on the Real Housewives. This is what a 0 day looks like. So I'm going to have to take my oatmeal, combine it with some dates, and put it in little baggies so it's all lighter when I carry it out on the trail. Fun. Okay, here we go. Resupply done. So I did not send a box here because I wasn't actually planning on stopping. So I've got some noodles. I didn't realize that the seasoning was wet, so I'll eat that the first night because it's a little heavy. Lunches are going to be bagels with sun-dried tomatoes, cheese, and pepperoni. I've got some snacks, all my bars, mashed potatoes and tuna packet, and then oatmeal. So this is 2.5 oatmeal packets per day with some dates. So that should be good for 2.5, 3 days or so.